is Stefanie Maegan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.
Let me know when you're ready. I am.
Alive. Just take our time. Just go with it. Oh my God. Just take our time and drink the wine.
Okay. Rhymes. Oh, are we recording?
Yeah, you know me. I like to trick people. You know how this goes. It's so great to just be like in my living room drinking.
And you don't have to drive home.
I don't have to drive home.
Roll into your bedroom.
I mean, there's pros and cons, right? Because
Of course,
okay, so FYI, you guys, I'm in my living room versus like being in the studio, which is great. But it took me like a fucking hour.
And that's okay. Because this is the first, to be fair, it's the first time you've like officially set everything up. So.
This is my first time using my mic, my new mixer, and
chicka woo.
And my new lights.
Yes.
And I lost my cat earlier and I couldn't find her. My new cat.
A bitch was traumatized.
I was traumatized. I've been going through a lot in the last like 3 hours. So I haven't really been drinking wine.
Stephanie lost her cat under her couch. I don't even know if that technically counts as losing a cat.
Okay, but the thing is though, okay, I've been raising a dog for 14 years. Yes. That's half of my life. And you
always know where the dog is.
Rocky's literally right here next to me asleep on the cat. The cat has she's, I don't know. And this is the first time that I'm a cat mom. So I'm like learning cat things. And apparently cats just disappear. They just like to hide.
Yeah.
And
they mind their own business. And we could take a page out of the cat's book.
Okay. Honestly, that's kind of goals. Just like be mysterious and leave.
Listen, you can't find me because I'm trying not to be found.
Right. She needed a mental health break. Like she just needed a moment. And I support that. I just I'm not used to that behavior. I'm used to like a dog wanting to be next to me all the time.
She's on her own journey in this life. And she doesn't.
She don't give a fuck about my mental health.
Hop on this ride or not. I'm gonna do me. Okay.
For real. And it's the first time. So I'm learning that cats, I guess, do. And she's a black cat, so it makes it even harder to find.
She's got like a cute brown tint.
Yeah, she's more, because she looks black in photos, but she's actually more of a dark brown.
Brown. Beautiful.
So she's beautiful. She's so cute. Her name is Junie.
How did you come up with that name?
That's the name a shelter gave her.
Aw, that's cute. I do like
Anyways,
that name.
What?
So I like that name.
Right? I couldn't change it because it just fit. I was like, Junie fits her personality. Like, she's Junie. Like, for life.
I'm trying to be Junie.
Girl, I want to be Junie, too. Like, just mind my own business. And,
just hide.
Just chase shoelaces and shit. Like,
no bills.
No bills. Like, she living rent-free.
Period.
Anyways, hi guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broacle Therapy, and guess the fuck what?
I'm back.
We got the lovely, ever so gracious.
Oh wow, this is too much.
Jessica motherfucking Clarke.
That's me.
That's you. And I love, this hair look is probably my favorite.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much.
It's the best. Like, you need to continue to do this for the rest of your life.
Oh.
I mean, everything else looked amazing on you, but this, I don't know, like...
I love the platinum blonde.
It's so good.
Do. Thank you.
The shaved, like the shaved, you know what I mean? I feel like that's such low maintenance.
You would think so.
Oh, no.
Well, no, it is low maintenance, to be fair. However, platinum blonde isn't low maintenance.
Right, it's the color.
Yeah, the color is a BITCH, but I kind of do it at home myself, so...
Oh, shit.
I'm saving coins. Okay.
Yeah, shit, if you could do it yourself, fuck it, why not?
I may lose some hair, but it grows back because it's short.
Exactly, it's like a win-win.
It's a win-win. If my hair just falls out, I just shave it off. I've shaved my hair so many times, so I know I don't look horrible bald, so
yeah.
I'm okay with taking that
No,
risk.
You look like you're just so beautiful that you could
stop.
rock the bald head. Why
do I need a man when I have Steph?
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Thank you, my lovely. That's so kind of you to say.
Which leads into the theme of this episode is, I mean, I would say it's like how to get over a breakup, because I got a lot of messages that were about like, what do I do?
Girl. What did they say? Build a boat and get over it. I think that's build a fence. It's a fence.
I mean, we're gonna be a lot. I mean, okay, honestly, it's crazy. I'm such an expert with like breakups because I've been through so many. Like, I know what works for everyone works differently, but for me, like, I feel like if I get dumped again, I'm like, whatever, I can get over it. Like, I'm so like used to just like bouncing back quick,
right?
That I'm like, you don't want to be here, bitch.
To the stage of being able to call it a breakup. I always get to the point where
they just go.
It dissolves. It's not because you can't.
What do you mean?
Because like I feel like when you're talking to, I don't. A breakup happens is for me. A breakup is when you have a boyfriend and you guys. But
no, a breakup could still be like you're talking to someone and it just didn't like because that rejection still feels like a breakup.
That's a dissolved relationship, a severed.
Yeah,
but it is a breakup, and I think for me it's a mental thing. If I just call it dissolved, I think it's less of a blow to my ego than calling it a breakup.
That's true. Well, for me, I call it a breakup because I want to validate the way that I feel.
Okay.
So, like, because there's been so many times, obviously, like, a guy rejected me, you know, like, we're dating, they end up with someone else, whatever. And, like, that feeling is so similar to a heartbreak.
Yes.
Granted, not as big as it's, like, someone who's, like, the love of my life. But, like, it's still heartbreak. And I feel like there's so many times where I think we've all done this. Where we're like, why do we feel like shit? We're only talking for like 2 weeks. But that's still a breakup.
And you know what's the worst thing men can say? For me, and this is something I've heard recently. When men say, it hasn't even been that long. It hasn't even been that long. And shut up.
Yeah. The longevity of it does not matter.
Does not matter. Mm-hmm. And I think when men say that, it kind of discounts the way you feel. And it kind of takes away from like, well, dang, am I investing too quick? There's something wrong with me.
You feel like shit with the way that you feel. Excuse me. I'm in my living room.
Welcome to Breakup Therapy.
I'm at home. I can do what I want.
And that's on what? Period.
I don't say period often.
You should start. It's definitely a thing.
I don't feel like it matches the way that I talk. You know what I mean?
Oh, like my God, period.
Oh my God, period. Like, I feel
don't say it. You're right. You're right. Leave it to us.
It just sounds like a white girl saying it.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, so.
It's okay. Well, yeah, no, don't say it. Don't say it.
It doesn't flow naturally anyway, so it's fine. Anyways, God. Continue. What were you saying?
Oh no, that was the kind of the end of my thought, really. When it comes to that. But with breakups, I think I haven't even had. I think with like what you were saying, just being able to bounce back and things like that. I think a part of my just bouncing back is kind of just really sitting down and thinking, okay, what have you put into this relationship? Is it even something that, just talking myself through it? But yeah, I don't know. I do think if I really like sat down and dwelled upon my breakups, I think I'd be a very sad person.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think that you haven't like dealt with every single breakup individually? That like that's why you would be like have all these emotions?
Well, actually, let me rephrase. I did therapy.
Okay. All right.
That made me get through a lot of breakups. Writing resentment. I think I've said this on this podcast before. Writing resentment letters to my exes.
Oh yeah, that works.
That works so well because it just points out like the facts of the situation. There's not taking away feelings, just the facts of it all. It allows you to like process just relationships better. So I definitely recommend and in the resentment letter, it's not necessarily about what the person did to you, but it's about the part you played in that relationship. So it talks about like
that's true because we always think about like why did they do this to me? Why did we have?
But why did you allow that person to do this to you?
Right.
Did you give yourself to? And that's one thing I also notice about myself is that I give too much of myself too soon, and I think that is one of my one of the best things about me, but it's also very detrimental to myself because I need to protect that more.
So how do you now have a balance to make sure that like because I know that you're. I mean, I don't know if you want me to.
Girl, I don't care.
Like there's someone that you have an eye on.
Yes.
I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Jesus.
Call his name, girl.
Jesus. Okay, I'm fine. I'm just kind of going through it. I went through a lot in the last 3 hours. And This wine is getting to me. So I'm just like, prototherapy has arrived. Welcome. My allergies are lit. Anyways.
Yeah. So you're asking me how do I...
how do you know, because, so you have an eye on someone.
Yeah.
And the old person before would have really, like, jumped on it. But now you're, like, trying to have this balance of, like,
right,
showing yourself but not.
Yes.
How do you do that?
Bitch, I don't know. I don't like that.
Sorry. Maybe you don't know yet. You're figuring it out.
I'm just joking. I mean, I'm not joking because it's very true. I really don't know. Because I'm naturally a giving person. I love nurturing people. I love making
you're
people
a Cancer.
Feel safe. I love, and I don't know. I'm kind of in between two spaces because I do like people to have the Jessica experience. But then at the same time, I'm just like, is that just a way to make sure I'm keeping them around? But I don't want people just to stay around because of what I can like offer them. I had a guy tell me one time that we did like break up, quote unquote, but he was like, I don't like that I don't have access to you. And I was like, that's a part of the Jessica experience.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It kind of means that like...
Did y'all like fuck?
No, not even sexual.
No?
It's just like the Jessica experience. It's just like being able to...
to like know who you are.
Like you come into my space. I create an energy for you. I may even cook for you. I create a safe space for people. That's what I do.
Yeah, you cooked for me before.
I do for people that I love. Right. I really do. And I think that nurturing feeling for men, that motherly, homely feeling...
They all want that shit because they're all fucking children.
But they ain't trying to make me their girl, which is it baffles me. And I feel bamboozled all the time by it. But
I feel bad because like you are that type of girl that's like, I would cook for you. I will do all of this.
Yeah, I'm very 1920s wife.
Bitch, I don't cook.
You can make a mean egg though.
I mean, I know it's not that I'm an awful cook. I just don't cook. I'm busy. I got things to do. And like a lot of my times I just order out because I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, and like my love language isn't, to feed.
My love language is not to feed.
I'll put it down though. You feel me? But like I won't. I just don't. But and sometimes that would make me insecure because I was always just like, wow, a man's not gonna like me because I'm not gonna cook for him.
No, that's not true.
It's not true because now Bae
can cook.
Cook. And he likes to do it. That's
Problem solved.
Exactly. So he doesn't care if I do it or not. Like he's like, nah, babe, like I got you. Let me make this fucking lobster tail.
Who does that? That?
I'm like,
I love it. I love every moment of it.
He's like, you've been so busy. Just relax. Let me cook for you. And I'm like,
yes, give me some of that energy that you just gave off. Like,
okay. So I did get some emails, bitch.
Okay. I love emails. I love interacting with your audience. It's so much fun.
Yeah, so I've been having you guys send in your emails and your stories, and I've received a lot about breakups. I've seen a lot of really funny sex ones, but there were like really good breakup ones. So let me read. I always hate this part because in elementary school when you have to read out loud, you get really nervous.
Oh, I loved it. Loved
it.
I loved the attention, and I had an accent, bitch way. I was like, this is my time to shine.
I hate it. I hated the popcorn reading when someone would fucking call on me. I'm like, don't you dare.
This was my time.
Or like if you took turns and it's like, okay, you knew that like, okay, three people down, so these 3 paragraphs down, so you like try to like read the paragraph and try to make sure that it's not a long paragraph. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So it makes me nervous. But I also have like a problem with like public speaking. I get really nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
I hate it. Even though I don't know why I have this.
I'm a Cancer. I like attention. So
I'm Aquarius,
and that's that.
I don't know. I don't know. What is it, Aquarius? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Oprah's an Aquarius. She likes public speaking. But anyways, okay. This is, I'm actually going to keep it anonymous. Hi, Stefanie. I have a new...
Drink break.
Hi, Stefanie. I am a new fan of the pod. I I have spent the last several weeks listening to BGT on every hike and drive, and I've related to you on so many levels.
Love it.
So thank you for everything that you do. I love you.
Hi, whoever you are. God bless you.
I wanted to submit a question information regarding my recent breakup to get your opinion.
Yes.
I think my ex may have been seeing someone else towards the end of our relationship, but I'm not sure. This sounds familiar.
It's real. It's starting off real hood, but go on.
Ready now. So I was with my ex for about 2 years, and it became apparent in the last few months of it that we were not a good match. I honestly began avoiding spending time with him because he made my mental health worse. Girl, I know how that feels. However, I am the type to cling on to relationships and always try to make it work. Just days prior to him surprising me with the breakup, he told me he loved me, was head over heels for me, and wanted me to move in. So I was shocked when he... Where am I? I was shocked when he broke up with me out of the blue. And while we were breaking up, he told me he was still in love with me and was going to take time to heal because he was not ready to move on.
What?
Mm-hmm. Then I see on social media that he has a new girl 2 weeks later.
What?
I was so shocked because from social media, it seemed like they had been together for a while. Already posting pictures of each other at the beach, leaving each other cute comments.
Disrespectful.
I was so surprised and hurt because it made me realize he was lying to me during the breakup.
He was.
He never loved me, and him crying and saying he wasn't ready to move on was all his attempt to save his face.
Yep.
Based off this, do you think he had maybe been pursuing other relationships while we were still together? It's been a few months now since the breakup, and for the most part, I have healed. But I still find myself periodically wanting to stalk both him and the new girl's social media,
Ain't nothing wrong
hoping
with that.
to find an answer to this. Thank you for always keeping 100 on the pod.
Love it.
Love you, bitch. First off, this sounds like just like me and Morgan. And
with the first-hand experience, what is your take?
He definitely, this is confusing because I kind of get her in a way where, Morgan never went to the extent was like, actually, no, we did talk about moving in together at one point. We did. Oh.
Wouldn't that have been tragic?
Anyway,
Anyway, back to this girl.
Yeah, so, and that feeling of being like, well, no, I know that he loved me, but I know this was not a match. So I feel like Morgan also told me he wasn't talking to her, prior to cheating, and then the cheating just happened or whatever. But I don't know if I believe that. I feel like no matter what the situation is, if he was talking to her or not, he had an open heart and an open, he was open to other things.
Right.
So that right there is already just yeah, he was.
I do believe that from reading this message, I do believe that this guy may have had feelings for her.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
But just did not know how to deal with it.
Deal with the feelings. And I think that though he had feelings for you, he had feelings for someone else that may have been, it's just like you have one score, she has one score, but the second score she kind of got because they may have been more compatible.
Exactly. And that's
so that made her two, and that makes you one, and that's why you had to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's for the best.
It is for the best. And that's what I always just say. Everything happens for a reason. You never know, even if he did choose you, and let's say he did choose you and you guys moved in together, it could have just been a waste of your time, a waste of your life, a waste of your emotions. And you would have been in a lease, which you can't get out of, and had to live with someone that you really don't care for anymore.
Right.
And in your hearts of hearts, you said it in your message that you guys just weren't a good mix. However, he is a liar, and I think you definitely dodged a bullet.
And definitely he's immature.
Yeah,
he's a coward.
Coward is a good word.
Yeah, because it is possible to be in love with two people
at the same time, right?
And I get that. So it's you can't avoid that sometimes,
right?
And it's a really difficult situation to be in. But the way that he went about it was very incorrect.
Right. In a perfect world, he should have been open with you. I do love you, but I also have somebody else that I'm interested in. So he's allowing you, it's almost like he kind of robbed you of the choice of making the decision for yourself.
Right.
And he wanted to kind of keep his both doors
right, because he's
open.
still, he was being selfish.
Very selfish.
Yeah, because he should have just been like, hey, like, I love you, but I know that we both could agree that we're not compatible, but this is difficult. Like, you could have related on that level and like try to figure out a solution.
Right. And I think even a second step for me, if I just broke up with someone, I'm not going to post someone else 2 weeks later. Like, even if like, it's just disrespectful,
especially after a two-year relationship.
So I don't blame you for wanting to stalk them. However, but comma period.
Especially if he's not telling you the truth. That's why you're stalking, girl.
I
You're
do
trying to get
think
some answers.
you should. I understand that you need closure. However, I do believe you can find closure within yourself. You don't have to, because you're gonna, once you start digging through Instagram, you're gonna have to start making up scenarios in your head, jump into conclusions, and that's gonna just drive you even more crazy. So I'll just sever the relationship, block them, delete him, and keep it pushing.
Yeah, over time though, because even for me, like, I used to stalk Morgan and his fiance every single day. Like, it was like every day, obsessive morning routine.
Yeah, no, but that's not healthy.
That's not. It was very bad. But, over time and realizing, like, it's crazy. Like, I think even Morgan's fiance even posted on her Facebook saying, like, I think she listens to the show. So, hi. But she even posted something saying, like, I feel really uncomfortable that, like, I can't really put, me celebrating my life on here without, people stalking her shit. And I know from some YouTube comments, I love my listeners and my fans. That's weird to say, but I love my listeners. But I know some of y'all have found her shit and have shared it upon each other. I've had to delete the comments of the discussions.
Y'all are some real ones.
Like y'all like really found her shit. I'm like, oh my God. So I, and I felt bad when I saw that. I was like, you know what? Like, she's a woman too that's going through it, and like, I feel weird kind of like stalking this person.
Because it's really not her fault.
It's not, and like, granted, we could have our opinions about their relationship, and about him, but it is kind of weird to think about, like, oh my God, like, I'm just obsessed with this person's life and their relationship, and I have to look at all the time. Like, it's not healthy, and also it's creepy.
It is.
It's creepy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So. But yeah, Godspeed, girl. What was her? Did we answer her question?
Yeah, I think she just wanted to know, like, what we thought about the situation. And I think he definitely, again, he was in a situation where he loved two people at the same time and he was very immature and did not know how to handle
communicate it. Right.
Exactly. So he did,
And I would think that it would be. I think you seem very in tune because you were like you said things like I was surprised and we weren't that compatible. So you already knew. Yeah, you should trust your instincts because it seems that you were kind of going by following his lead. But I just encourage you to trust your gut, trust your instincts, because you were right about the situation. So,
but also I think like that's okay. As unfair as it was that the way that he handled it, it's really a blessing because let's say he didn't like do the shady shit. Like I feel like it would have just continued longer than it should have. And it wouldn't be able to, like, if anything, like, I'm so thankful Morgan cheated on me and everything happened the way that it happened. Right. As hurtful, as painful as it was exactly what was needed to, like,
because if you were still with Morgan, Bay would have been somewhere in the wind.
Yeah. Or even, honestly, low-key, what if, like, I don't know. I mean, even if let's say he did it the right way and communicated. Yeah, maybe it would have hurt less. But I feel like sometimes tough love, right?
Yeah, and you
need that more. Shit. Yeah, you learn more from like tough love and like those hurtful situations.
Absolutely.
So if anything, like it's truly a blessing because you learned a lot of like, how to move on and what's right for you and knowing your worth.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So I think you good girl. Use that shit for some positivity.
And look at her. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop her. I got a man now. He cooks me lobster and a tail.
Is that crazy?
Yes, honey, it is. I love it though.
So weird. I need more wine.
What's the next question?
Okay. And I always like respond back to all the messages, you guys. So if you guys send me a story, like I will respond back and letting you know when I'm recording this and who I'm recording it with. So I'm reading every single letter. I'm reading every single letter. Okay, this one is titled, "Will Boys Just Be Boys?"
Ciao.
This is a long one. It's a long paragraph. So I gotta read all of this. But I love it. I just get nervous reading out loud. I don't know why. "Hey girl, if you're reading this, I like to keep anonymous." Yes, bitch. "I just want to say thank you, first of all, and I love your podcast. I literally have listened to every episode at least twice."
Wow.
Whoa.
You were dedicated, Chad.
That's, oh my God. It makes me feel weird that people are listening to like older episodes. I'm like, no, the quality was awful. Let's not listen to it. But it's fine. I get it's growth. You guys literally cracked me up and helped me get through my work day. I have a bit of an issue and I need your help to see if I'm not tripping.
You're not.
You're probably not. You probably know what the fuck is going on. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years now, and although we've had some really hard times, things have gone so much better this last year. But I have a bit of a trust issues that I'm trying to overcome. About a year and a half ago, when we were going through a bit of a rough patch, we had gotten into an argument, and he ended up messaging another girl with the same name as me. She hit me up and let me know right away, and I called him out on it. And he said,
read that last part again?
She hit me up and let me know right.
Bold. Okay.
That's dope. Right away. And I called him out on it, and he said it was a mistake and he was sorry and he completely regrets it. He said it was just in the moment and he instantly regretted it once he did it. I never fully forgave him because I feel like he just regretted it because he got caught. But it's been more than a year and we have gone so much happier as a couple, and I'm still working on trusting him, and for the most part I can say I do. Hold on. Stuffy knows. I don't go through his phone, and even though I sometimes have the thought, but I just don't want to because I want to fully trust him. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it is okay for your boyfriend to follow Hello Girls on Instagram and Twitter and have OnlyFans, and all they have is naked pictures or are in lingerie? Just got uncomfortable. Not even like the model type of pictures, like literally thirst trap pictures.
Oh my God.
I honestly don't feel comfortable, and I've addressed that to him, and he thinks it's just a follow, or maybe he may have followed her before and her page just turned into an OnlyFans page.
Girl.
Okay.
He's boring to me already. Sorry, girl.
I let it go because I didn't want to argue, but I still don't like it.
No, argue.
I know right now we live in a world where OnlyFans is really big, and I'm not hating anymore. Girl, do your thing and make your money, but I just don't appreciate my boyfriend following all of them when he knows how it makes me feel. It does make me feel a little insecure because he's obviously looking for a reason.
Right.
I just don't know how to approach him again about it. Should I tell him again or just let it go? I don't want to have to monitor his social media. I just want him to understand where I'm coming from. Do you think that trust is gone? Will boys just be boys? And he's just looking? I don't know, girl. I need someone to help me out. Thank you and keep doing your thing. I love the pod. Oh, I love you.
Look at my face. My face should tell it all, girl.
So, I guess this isn't a breakup one, but still.
This is a juicy one, though.
This is so relatable.
Y'all really be going through stuff. Like,
y'all really going through it out there. I get it. Like,
ooh, it's a pandemonium out here. Like,
how do you feel about this situation? And if you were in it, what would you do?
Listen. First of all, out of respect for me, my man would do no such thing. Following a lot of girls on Instagram.
It's not just one or two. It's like.
It's a lot of. It's like, I'm their OnlyFans girls. That shows me that there's something, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's something that he feels voided of that he's getting from looking at these Instagram pictures. There's something that he feels that is missing. That's the reason why he has to have that. And it's not her fault.
Absolutely
not her fault.
Yeah.
But then it's not her fault at all. But at the end of the day, if he's saying, oh, it's just, these girls, if it's just for you, then just unfollow them. If it's not that big of a deal, but it affects me. Like, and I was talking to someone else early today, and I was just saying that in relationships, though some things may be blown out of proportion to you or may not be that serious to you, if you're in a relationship and you love someone else, just knowing that it makes them feel uncomfortable or insecure or whatever, you would just be like, okay, this is making my significant, these girls mean nothing to me. They don't even know who I am.
Exactly.
So if this is affecting the person that I love.
It's literally just fucking photos.
Yeah. So
it's literally just photos.
So if it's affecting the person that I love, I'm going to unfollow them if that's going to make my other person feel better. Yeah. And I think that if you've communicated, to me, it'll be an ultimatum kind of thing. It'll be like, you need to unfollow them, or we're going to have a further discussion, because it's
clearly like there's clearly a problem on his end that he's not able to do that.
Yeah, there's something, and honestly, I would ask him, is there something that these girls are providing that you're not getting in this relationship? If it's sexual, then be like, and then go and buy maybe take some points on these girls. Go buy some lingerie, maybe, if you are doing that kind of stuff with him.
But I think what makes it worse, though, is that it's not, it's like, okay, it's a physical attraction thing, but he has a history.
Right.
Where she caught him reaching out.
Right.
So it's more than just like, oh, you're looking at pretty girls and their bodies and shit.
Right.
It's like, oh, are you capable of doing something more?
Right.
And that's the part that, like, I feel her pain, because that hurts to feel like.
It absolutely does hurt. And that's why I think sometimes us women, we kind of just be like, well, I don't want to argue. I don't want to upset him. I don't want to lose him. So let me just, am I being like irrational? No.
You're not being irrational.
You're not being irrational. You have just as much stock in the relationship as he does. You have just as much right to feel the way that you feel. And if the shoe is on the other foot, if you would go the extra mile to unfollow that ex he may not want you to follow, if you're going to do that for him, if you do that for him, then he should do that for you too.
Amen, sis. I agree.
Yeah, but he I'm not going to say a boyfriend trifling, but watch out, because he sounds trifling. And he sounds young. He sounds very,
because it's like,
young.
What? I don't know.
And the thing is, the reason why I'm being so harsh is because it's not like this is like 6 months. They've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. So there may be something, sometimes after a 3-year relationship, you may be getting, some things may just be a bit, he may want some more excitement. So maybe you can provide that.
Exactly. Because, I mean, I don't know. I also feel like, listen to your intuition, and if you feel really uncomfortable about a situation, there's definitely a reason.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, ask him what this does for him, and then try and make up for it in some way that you feel comfortable that you can, just so that it's not like you're just taking away his right and doing nothing about it.
That's true. Like, go about it in a way where it's like, look, I'm trying to understand you versus I'm trying to attack you.
Right. I'm trying to understand you, and what can we both bring to this relationship to make us come to a common ground? Do you want me to do?
Because it's 3 years. It's probably like you want to spice things up. It's like,
exactly.
Low-key, like, I get why people like want to be swingers sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like do a threesome or something like that. Like, I get that.
Right.
Because you want to spice a relationship up.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, I think you should go that route. I do think you should let him know that it does make you feel uncomfortable. So you do want him to follow some or most or all of them, whatever makes you feel most
comfortable.
Unfollow all of them.
Yeah.
And then ask him, what can I do to, because obviously you're looking for something.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the advice that I would give you, girl.
That's what I agree. I'm on the same boat as you. I just feel like I'm all about our intuition as women.
Yeah.
We know, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I mean, for me, like, I don't really care when my man likes like pretty girls' photos and shit, but it's like, if I feel like, it's weird. So with Morgan, I would stalk like his tweets and see like if he's liking other girls' shit, he would. And that would make me, and I would never confront him about it, but like, it would always low-key make me feel so insecure and nervous. But with Chris, my new boyfriend now, like, I see that he likes, like, you know, fucking Kaylani's Fenty lingerie photo, you know what I mean? Or, like, just, like, a pretty girl's, you know, like, a pretty girl's, like, selfie, and, like, I don't feel a type of way about it. And I used to think, you know, with Morgan, like, I was crazy. I was crazy to feel like I was insecure about this.
Right.
It's just social media. It's just liking a photo. But the reason being is because look at the two differences with these guys.
Right.
Morgan ended up fucking doing what he did. And, you know, with Chris, it's like I have security in the relationship, and I don't think that he would do that, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like you're not crazy. That's just all I'm trying to say is, like, you're not crazy. You're not, your feelings are completely valid.
Absolutely.
You should talk to him about it. And if he really gets upset, that shows a lot about his guilt.
Yeah.
So,
and last thing I do want to say is, and she mentioned trust. I don't think this is a trust thing. I don't, to be honest, the first situation she mentioned with the Kim texting the girl and this situation, I think they don't have anything to do with one another as far as the trust aspect. I just think the first one is the trust aspect. The second one is just simple respect for you as a woman and as a girlfriend, and that's just like that's just common.
It's respect. It's
just respect. It's like this makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not like you know these girls so that they
and he's like not validating the way that you feel and like gaslighting you and letting you know that you're crazy for feeling that way.
Exactly.
Like fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. So that one thing, don't make that one first trust. That trust thing you had was valid in itself, but this thing is just common decency that you're talking about, and you deserve that 110%. So you're not crazy at all. You got real mad about her.
I know, because I feel like it's fuck. That's the part. It's like not even the part about him liking like other women's photos. It's the part that like he's letting her like feel like she can't like be open about her feelings.
Right.
You know, like the fact that she's scared to go to her man and say like, hey, this makes me uncomfortable shows that like, that like he's not even willing to listen and compromise. Like he's probably shutting her down, and that makes me fucking upset. Like and you're my fucking friend.
Don't make him hit you.
You're my friend, and I don't want to do this to you.
Don't make him hit you with the, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's no. You're stand in your truth, stand firm, and go up to him and just be solid. Don't be like, oh, babe, you know. Just be like, listen, boy, this is what I have to say. This is how I feel. And you're an authority. You know, be authoritative when you say this is serious business.
And this is the test of your worth, too. Yeah. Like, I feel like you get tested, you know, in your worth when you're dating. And then you get tested with your worth, even when you're in, like, a 3-year relationship, when you're married, you know, like.
And that's the question.
In a workplace, like,
am I worth you unfollowing these girls? Am I worth it? Are you willing to sacrifice our relationship on account of these girls that you just don't know? And that will tell you all you need to know.
Like, you rather pick these bitches
over
that you don't fucking know, who don't even know you fucking exist.
It can never happen. That's on what?
Over someone like you who would love and care and nurture him.
Willing to do what you need to do to make him feel more comfortable. Girl, bye. Anyway, next.
I mean, I was only planning to do 2, but should we just find another one to do? I feel like we're in it. I'm kind of drunk. I'm just like...
I'm in it.
I just want to kiki.
Let's do one more. I do have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Would you, in a relationship, because I haven't really had a serious relationship like that in a while. So, if a guy likes celebrity pictures, are you more offended about that? Are you less offended if he likes celebrity pictures than if he likes pictures of girls that are just like round the way girls? Or are you equally offended, celebrity or like normal girls?
I'm not offended at all.
Not offended, but I'm just saying, like, for like example, like a Morgan situation. Okay.
It was you know, it'd be like I'd be offended for both, but for like different reasons.
Okay.
So like, you know, obviously if it's someone who's like a normal chick who isn't anybody, I'm just like, oh, like you talking to her? Yeah. Like there's like an approach, like, oh, like y'all fucking.
Like, I'm jumping to conclusions, but let's see how far I'm gonna jump.
And if it's like a celebrity, you know, a lot of times it's like super like fit women, you know what I mean? That I'm just like, oh, this is what you like?
Girl,
you know what I mean?
I know men are telling and they're listening to this. I'm like, oh God,
right? But like, I don't know. Maybe with time, obviously knowing how Morgan was, it was like I was always on edge, you know, with him. So that there's a lot of that. But I think since then to now, I've also worked on myself a lot to not be offended by stuff like that. Like, I just feel like I'm at a place like now, if Chris liked, you know, a photo, it really like, he even asked me, even had to talk about it too. He was like, sometimes I like certain photos just to see if you get mad.
Girl.
And I was just like, he's like, just to see like what.
Test the temperature.
Yeah, just to see like how you would react. And I would see it, but I would not feel a type of way, you know. It was because it's like, no, I know you love me. Like, I don't feel like you know. And
I would say,
and even if you like were interested and we're gonna wander off, I'm at a place where I'm like,
okay, bye.
Boy, bye.
And I think
don't care.
One thing I do want to say is that, and no offense to the men listening, but to the women, let's just gather around our little fire pit and have a little girl talk. Men are dumb. Like, they don't, like, common sense isn't that common to them. So sometimes we overthink things and it's not an excuse for men, but I think if women just understand the naivete of men and how dumb they are and how simple they are.
They're so fucking simple. It's crazy.
I think we would have a lot less, like...
I'm like kind of fucked up, I'm gonna lie. This is the first episode I'm doing in my living room.
It's a celebration.
I haven't hung out in a while. I've been kind of lonely. So sorry, continue.
No, but that's all I was trying to say. Like, just before you approach certain situations, just approach it saying, hey, my man is dumb. So... and then finish the sentence after that. I think that would help us understand the male mind a lot more. We're just sometimes
you have to be
complex.
very straightforward with them. It's crazy. Like, you have, like, I mean, they don't always listen, but
no.
Like, I used to be the type of chick that would like kind of tiptoe around what I'm feeling or thinking. You know what I mean? Hoping that like he'll pick up the hints and shit. But now I'm at a place where I'm just like,
This is who I am. This is what I want. I think when you hit 28, 29, 30, that's when you get to the point where you're like, yeah, listen, we're not doing all this.
For example, like, it took Chris. So me and Chris have been dating for a while. And we're at a point, obviously, we're official in a relationship. And it's been a while. And he has not said, like, I love you. And I'm like, because I know this motherfucker. And I know it's because this motherfucker's scared.
Oh.
You know? And I'm like, don't be fucking scared.
Oh, scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be fucking scared. And so,
you can say period in that.
Period. Anyways, but I just like told him, I was like, when are you gonna tell me you love me?
Oh,
you know, and he was like, okay, I love you, because he's like, he was legit scared because they're stupid. They want you to. I don't even know where I was going with that. They're stupid.
Oh my God. But yeah, so listen, just understand.
Just ignore that last
just understand that. The conclusion is just know that your level of intelligence is higher than men, and therefore you should just act accordingly after that.
Yeah, and say what you want.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say with that story. Ew, am I one of those people that are like in a relationship now, so all they want to talk about is their boyfriend?
No, because you talked about Morgan too.
Okay, I had a balance.
Kind of.
I mean, I have a podcast. I have to talk about all of them. You know what I mean? Because it's like I have to give an example. Sheesh. Oh yeah, let's do another one.
Yes, please.
Let me find another one. Oh yeah, this one is called "I Might Be Obsessed with Him."
Girl, don't be.
Hi, so I'm in my 20s and I've never been in a relationship. But around 4 years ago, I was talking to this guy and I truly liked him a lot, and probably the only guy I've ever developed feelings for.
And then what happened?
But he eventually ghosted me.
Whew, child.
Now I feel crazy. At this point, I just think I'm obsessed with him. No matter how many other guys I talk to, I still think about him and constantly compare him to other guys. So much that I've eventually stopped trying to talk to other guys.
Ooh.
I know. I'm like getting stuffy here.
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah. The saddest part is that we've never even dated. I constantly find myself thinking about him and missing him. Is that my cat trying to get out? Is that a ghost? What's going on?
It can't be. I thought it was upstairs.
Is it? I'm like hearing shit.
This might turn into a mystery podcast.
I know. I constantly find myself thinking about him and missing him. He made me feel so comfortable. We obviously don't talk anymore. I've reached out to him in the past, and I know he wants nothing to do with me, which I have accepted.
No,
I've tried so hard to move on because I know I have to, but I can't. By the way, I'm so thankful for this podcast coming from a family that kind of conservative relationship. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know when it's like those commercials. This may kill you. This may give you a heart attack, and you may die in the next 30 minutes. But hey, buy our product.
Why did I try to read it as a disclaimer? What the fuck? Okay. By the way, I'm so thankful for this podcast. Coming from a family that's kind of conservative about relationships, my mom or sisters don't discuss these type of topics.
Neither does your mom.
Girl, my mom is like, I don't even want to get into it because I might offend.
Do you know what's so funny? There's probably so many people that listen to this podcast that literally learn sex ed from you.
That's crazy because I don't know shit. I just found my clitoris the other day.
Yo, if that doesn't go viral, I don't know what will.
Blame it on the rose.
You found it on Wednesday or
the rose? Did you find it on Wednesday?
Was it Wednesday? Tuesday? I just need more specifics on this issue. Yo, I have a headache. I can't take this anymore.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll say that for another episode.
What were you doing? Curious. What? Were you just shaving or just exploring? Do you know you should have done this about 10 years ago?
Probably more, because 10 years ago I was 20. Ooh. 20 is you'll be fine.
We need a whole podcast on that series. That's a series. How Steph found her clit. Episode 1.
Oh my god. Okay, so what are our thoughts?
It sounds like you got like a spiritual tie to this man, and at this point, I'm like, you need to pray that away. But let's give him more. But
we've all been there, though, right?
No. This is what. Don't laugh. I'm not.
Oh wait, this is 4 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, 4 years, and she's still like infatuated with this man.
Why?
Why? I want to meet you.
Email me your phone number. I'm gonna give you a call. We go live on the show. We gonna have a discussion.
Okay, let's dissect this. So, 4 years ago, they talked, and she liked him, but he ghosted her. She has tried to reach out to this man since. He does not want anything to do with her. She proceeds to say that she has accepted this, which I have come to the conclusion that I don't believe you. Because if you've truly accepted this, you would not be writing us this email.
Yeah.
And not only that, but this man who is moving, he's probably somewhere with a white picket fence with a dog and a wife.
And not even thinking
about you. You're like gone in the wind, and you're like stopping your potential lovers from loving you.
Exactly, that last part. Because the more time you spend on thinking about him is more time taken away from actually living your life and potentially meeting somebody new.
And what I would do...
and enjoying yourself, you know?
I would, as a practical tool, this is where I would say you need to write a letter to him or a letter to your cat is going ham.
Let me go get her. I'll hold it.
But yeah, so I would, as a practical, I would really write down just a free thought, exactly how this guy makes you feel, why he makes you feel this way. Just write everything as much as you can. And then I do truly believe that in your, 3 free thought writing is. It's just writing out without really thinking about what you're writing. And
For
once
sure.
you read that back, I think that will reveal to you what is missing in that. Like, what is it, what in him is making you stuck on him.
And I wonder too, like, what are you doing for yourself every single day to feed your soul and your mind? I know that sounds really deep to say, but like, honestly, because I feel like if there's a reason why 4 years later you're still feeling this type of way about someone who isn't there anymore,
right? There
has to be something you need to dive in within yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to really
very difficult but beautiful.
It's difficult but it's beautiful to really learn about yourself and be like, why am I like this?
Yes.
What kind of trauma did I go through with my family, my friends, my exes? Like, why am I still hung up on this person? Because it's honestly, it's not about him anymore.
It's not. It's about you. And once you, I honestly believe that once you like really like track this down and figure out what it is, I think this will open up so many possibilities for you, and I think it will also prepare you for your next relationship.
Exactly.
And it'll also prepare you on how to make sure you're creating boundaries within your next relationship, because working this out will be the biggest discovery in your 20s.
Exactly.
But I would urge you to make sure you work it out before you get into any other relationship and learn what you need to.
It's like putting the puzzle pieces together. Yes. Being like, why am I like this?
Why?
Why?
Because it's not about him. Honestly, it's not about him. Your obsession, I feel like it's almost like a distraction to what the real issue is. And there may be some things I would probably suggest, maybe some therapy if you're not already in it.
Exactly.
As well as this podcast.
Because I mean, in a way, because I always try to relate to everyone here. Sorry, my cat. What up? Say hi, Junie. In a way, I try to relate, with everybody on this. And I feel like immediately I thought of the situation with Charles. And how we weren't even together, but once he like ghosted me, I felt like it did linger on my feelings for him.
Yeah. Like
just getting over him in general. And I look back at that time in my life, and it was a lot because I didn't love myself. I was working in a place where it was very toxic. I was very disrespected at work. Nothing was really working. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know that I deserved another job. Right. Or I deserved to be treated better. So I just kind of thought that half-assed relationship was what I wanted in a way. Does that make sense? Right. Anyway, so I felt like the reason why I was obsessed with him is because I just didn't know that I was worthy of actually being with someone who would reciprocate the feelings. Right. So,
and no relationship is going to work until you sever yourself from this relationship. Because I don't even think that, I know you mentioned you're comparing other guys to him, but I understand why you would do that, because you're still connected to this guy in some way, and you need to disconnect, unplug. And that starts with you, my dear.
Have a conversation with yourself and be kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself. Yeah. Love on yourself. Get some candles and some incense and sit with yourself. Meditate. All that stuff.
Whatever works for you. Just be honest with yourself. I just think being real with you. I feel like I've lied to myself for so many years. I felt like I found validation through men that would ghost me or jobs that made me look cooler.
I used to be the double texter, and then I used to be the one that was the third text, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I meant to send that to somebody else. Meanwhile, I was that person. So in a way, I do relate to you, because I can be a bit obsessive, but I have to, there's certain things about me that need to be skewed back. And I had to learn to do those things.
Yeah, and it's okay to have a little bit of pride there, to be like, hey, no.
Yeah, because girl, this is pushing 4 years, and
and think about it. That's 4 years of your life that you can't take away. Yeah. So you don't want to do another 4 years. In your prime. Well, no, your 30s could also be your prime too.
But 20s is 20s is prime.
20s is the time to really have fun and and just fuck around, and I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're having
30 is more like royalty.
Exactly.
It's like premium prime.
Right. But, I just think don't spend the next 4 years.
Don't spend the next
thinking about someone who is
not thinking about you.
Not thinking about you. honestly.
We love you though.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is just a perfect example of just like, now we really have to sit with the trauma. Like, why do we behave this way? Why do we obsess over people that don't like us?
Right.
You know, time and time again. Or why, 4 years later, I still have this. It's about us and not them. So.
That was good, friend.
Therapy.
That was good.
You're good.
You're better.
You're great.
You're awesome.
Well, anyways, do you have any last words? Should we do another one? No. We'll save it.
Any last words? Yeah, I literally live 10 minutes away, so you can call me.
Yeah, we're supposed to do 2 episodes tonight,
I'll be there.
Yeah, just come over.
To something.
I'm lonely in this apartment. I'm not, because I have a dog and a cat now.
And a cat.
I have 2 kids, so I have my hands full.
Ooh, you're so busy.
Any last words, bitch, about breakups, ghosting, being obsessed with someone, Instagram, social media likes? We covered a lot.
We did.
I don't even know what to name this episode.
Love yourself.
Girl.
No, I think you should name it I Might Be Obsessed with Him. I think this last question.
Because at first we start off with, I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I feel like this is every episode now. It's just everything.
Everything. I think it keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
Though.
But you guys, please send me more. I actually read every single one of them. I do like audio messages too. I did have someone send me an audio message and it was the best. Because I feel like when you guys, and I hear you guys telling me the story, it's like, it's just so much fun. And I get to play it on the show, so you get to hear yourself. Yeah. Or I also got another way that they can communicate with me.
Call me.
I'm always trying to find ways to like talk to you guys and like find ways to like connect. But I got a Google number that you guys could call. I don't remember it. Hold up.
Wait a minute. Let me put something in it.
What the fuck? I'm too drunk for this right now.
Isn't it 3 something?
It's 323-577-8269. I'll put it in the description. If you're on YouTube, whatever platform you're on, I'll put it in the description. And just give me a call. Leave me a voicemail, and bitch, I might prank call you back.
Yes. And in the famous words of Prophet RuPaul, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love someone else? Can I get a amen?
There you go, bitch.
Amen.
Anyways, plug yourself.
Hi, this is Jessica Clarke, reporting live from Breakup Therapy. You can find me on the Instagram at j.clarke_. That's j.clarke_.
And Jay Clarke has been rebranding, you guys.
Oh, stop the noise. Stop the madness.
Her Instagram posts are like all like these like.
At this point, I need something to sell. So if you have anything you need me to sell, just let me know. Slide in my DMs. I'm available. Everyone's asking me, what am I doing? I don't know.
I know that for real. I was like, I need to ask her what she's about to launch.
I'm launching nothing at this time.
No, but I appreciate that because you're just having really beautiful photos of yourself up. And I think that your grandchildren are going to look at that and be like, my grandmama was very, she was a baddie. She was a baddie.
Yeah, I just want to live my best life. Why not? We only have this one to live, you know?
And you got nothing to sell, but you just living your life.
Selling myself.
And, embracing your beautiful self.
Thanks.
That's it.
I love it.
So, anyways, I got a lot to promote.
Go ahead. You got the floor, sis.
No, I don't have a lot. It's just the show, Anyways, follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brokotherapy.com. All that shit is there. And you guys, merch.
Come on, guys. I have my merch. You better have yours, too. We should have a Stefanie Maegan day where everyone wears their Breakup Therapy merch and then sends it to you and you post them on your Instagram story.
Honestly, yes, I would love that.
I just came up with that idea because I'm cool.
So, but I got the new merch of all of, the new photos and stuff on the t-shirts and hoodies and all that. I'm trying to, just living my life. Because honestly, the profit goes to just fucking building the show up. Like I was able to afford lights and
it's
mics
all for you.
And stuff like that. Yeah, it's going back to the show. So if you want to see me grow and you want to support, buy the merch.
That's it. And that's on what?
Yeah.
Period. There you go.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I love you.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.